The Albuquerque International Sunport is turning 75 this weekend. While the Sunport keeps getting bigger, it's actually getting emptier and emptier, with fewer flights and passengers every year. News 13's Emily Younger wanted to know what can be done about that. She's live at the Sunport.
Yeah, Jessica, over the past 5 years, these doors have gotten less and less use. Airport officials know it's going to be tough to turn that around.
It's the biggest airport in the state, the Albuquerque International Sunport. Built 75 years ago, pictures show the place was a booming business, packed with travelers. But today, it's a different picture. The departure area is nearly empty.
Our numbers are down about 25%.
In 2007, more than 6.5 million people flew in or out of the Sunport. Last year, only 5 million. Airport spokesperson Daniel Giron says the economy has a lot to do with it.
It hit the entire country. Albuquerque was a little slower to hit here. We're a little bit slower to recover from it.
Nearly 2/3 of people who fly because of work. Giron says Albuquerque just doesn't attract the kind of business travel that airlines bank on.
A lot of these carriers that did a lot of point-to-point flying, they're realizing that the profits are flying between those larger airports, and so the medium hubs are suffering.
In the last 5 years, the airport has lost more than 25% of its flights, including almost 20 direct routes, because airlines say the demand just isn't there. It's been especially hard on people like Michelle Huff, who travels often.
I'd love to get anywhere in one stop, but I usually have to either stop in Dallas or Denver or somewhere else.
The city is now offering incentives to lure airlines back to the Sunport. Giron says it could be years before the number of flights pick up.
When the recovery comes, we're going to be ready.
Yeah, the Albuquerque International Sunport also isn't living up to its name these days. Right now, it doesn't have any international flights. Back to you.
Okay, Emily, all week the Sunport is celebrating its 75 years of business. On Saturday morning, they're having a 5K on the runway. They're also hosting a tug and run. Teams of 20 will try their best to pull a Boeing 727 from one spot on the runway to another. All of the proceeds from the events will go to the Animal Welfare Department. And yes, there will be animals up for adoption.
It's very unique, but I think it's a good thing because, a lot of people know where the airport is and it's easy to find, and it's kind of a change of scenery for everybody.
Things kick off at 8 a.m.